Hello, I'm Kay. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing Greenleaf season 2. Is it season 2? I still don't know. Season 2, I think this is episode 3 or 4. It'll be up in the top. But yeah, I'm Kay doing this. And I've been talking way too long already. Danielle calls Grace. And apparently she's taking a bunch of pills and she's getting ready to die. So Grace calls the police and then she meets Danielle's mama at the hospital. And Danielle's mama sounded just like Monique. And I was like, is that Monique? But, because I wasn't looking, and then I looked up and I realized it wasn't. But she sounded a lot like Monique. It is so hot back here. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to hurry up. I got 3 of these to do. Okay, we skip over to Lady May. She's mourning Jacob's death, basically. Even though Jacob's not dead, she's walking all around the house that he used, the wing that he used to be in, and she's sizing up and looking at the wall and where Zora's height chart is and all of that. And Bishop is just like, we need to paint this. It needs a fresh coat of paint. Let me see. Mac is in the projects. Apparently he has moved to the projects. And there are flyers of him with his face, saying sex offender, rapist, or whatever it says on it. And there's a woman walking by, and she's looking at the flyer, and she looks up straight to his window. And I'm like, okay, how did she know to look at the window? But she looks straight to his window, and he's looking out the window at her, and he gives her a smile. Like, not a grin, but just like a... And she speeds up and walks off, and I'm like, if you see somebody looking at a flyer of you implying that you're a rapist, why would you smile at them? The whole little dealio was weird. But look at these bags. Look at these Balenciaga handbags under my eyes. Anyway, Kevin, I don't know what he was talking about in the scene. I just know he looked really cute. I love a guy in a black A-shirt and like just a chain, and he looked so cute. Let me see. Charity wants to spill the tea to Granny Kev. Kevin's mother, she's like, are we gonna tell her why she hasn't been able to come in all this time, yada yada yada. And Kevin's like, I'll think of something. Let me see. Pastor Skank's office looked really nice, and Jacob comes by and he's like, we've got something wrong with the thing in the geographical la 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 la. And Pastor Skank's is like, how much money? He tells him, and then they're like, okay, well, go see the Powerball winner and see if she can drop us a couple dubs. And so yeah, Zora and Sophia are at lunch, and she's texting away, and Sophia says, who's that? It's Isaiah. Sophia's feeling some kind of way about it. Like, girl, just take the L. He don't want you. But I understand. I used to be a teenager myself, so I feel it. We get over to the meeting, the bi-weekly homosexual renounced, like, no longer gay meeting, and Zesty meeting chairperson leader is like, I want you all to take one of the... Let me stop playing. He may be reformed. Let me quit. But he's like, here's some Ipecac. It's supposed to make you throw up. If you take a little bit of it, it'll just make you feel sick. And I want you to drink it every time you feel an urge, a homosexual urge. And it's going to train your body to feel sick anytime you think that way. And it's like, all right. Let me see. Grace is down in the car spying on Mac. Like, girl, just set a camera outside his house. Why do you have to be out there? I'm too lazy, and gas prices are too high, and I'm not going to sit in a turned off car. I need my air, my heat. Let me see. Zora swoops down to Triumph, and they're having some sort of a little revival that she invited Sophia to, and she walks in while Isaiah's singing. Perfect timing. He just happens to be up there singing. And he sees her, and he comes off the stage and serenades and gives her body rolls and Chris Brown moves. And I'm like, okay. But you can already see that she's about to be caught up in whatever his mess is. She's going to be right in it. And so they sneak off. She walks up to Sophia. She's like, hey, you want to roll with us to so-and-so? And Sophia's like, no, I'm going to just stay here. And they sneak off. Let me see. Bishop had some sort of an interview on the radio, I think it was the radio, and they're talking, and then it gets cut off, and the guy's like, catch the rest of the story on our website, and visit Bishop Greenleaf's, Calvary's website, yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, Pastor Skanks is on the radio, and so he, like, swooped in and stole their moment. And so the First Lady May, she's sick about it. And she's like, I'm going to call them, and I'm going to ask for an hour, and I'm going to go with you, and we're going to do it live. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And I'm like, girl, just take the L. But whatever. Let me see. Mama Kev gets there, and she's annoyed already because they bougie, and she's not. And she's like, you're really not raising this baby, basically, to charity. She's like, I understand you feel like you're going through a lot, but you have servants that are doing all the things, so you're really not, but whatever. Rick Fox takes Gigi over to the batting cages, and she is like, you can see immediately that she starts getting into it, and she's letting out some aggression, hitting those balls. Sister Powerball, did I already tell you that Jake went over to Sister Powerball's house? I feel like I did. Sister Powerball calls down to Calvary, and the assistant comes in, and she's like, Lady May, Bishop Greenleaf, Sister Powerball called. And they're like, oh my God, is she alright? Because she apparently has like cancer, or looked like she was doing like chemo, but it may have been like dialysis. I'm not quite sure. But they're like, oh, is she okay? Goodness. And assistant is just like, oh yeah, she's fine. She said hey, but she, like, she came in all grief stricken, but the lady's fine. She said hey, but she said Jacob came by. So Bishop and Lady are like, Jacob, like they feel some kind of way about it. Let me see. Zesty First Lady of Triumph comes by, and she's like looking for Zora. She asks Sophia, girl, where is Zora? And Sophia's like, oh, she's in the bathroom. She's like, she's been in the bathroom for 2 hours. Yeah, she's got female problems. I'm like, you don't tell a woman that another woman has female problems. We aren't fazed by that. We will go into the bathroom to see, like, not to see, but, you know, to make sure you're okay. That's not something you would tell another woman. That's something you would tell a man, and he'd be like, female problems. Oh no, I can't be a part of that. You don't tell it. Sophia, yeah, so she tells Zesty First Lady that, and she said, oh yeah, it's like a tsunami. It's really bad. And she's probably just laying down somewhere. And Zesty First Lady's like, okay, well, we're gonna go lift her up. And shut up. Let me turn this down. And yeah, we find out that, well, we don't find out, but actually everybody is we all know that Zora's gone. Mama Kev is still in there shading the girls, and actually this is when she was telling Charity, girl, you really don't have it all that hard, without saying it. And I was like, oh my God, please don't let Charity spill the beans about Kevin, because it seemed like she was about to really, because she was like, yeah, it's been a lot going on around here. And I was like, oh no, is she finna tell? But she didn't tell. Then we swoop back over to Gigi and Rick Fox, and she's like, it feels like since I've got here, I've been cleaning up the past. And Rick Fox hits her with, well, I hope this feels like your future. And she said, no. And I was like, how dare you treat Rick Fox like that? Let me try to get this. There we go. Ugh. Okay, light again. Actually, I can just turn on this thing. Actually, I'm gonna keep that door open because it's hot. But yeah. So she tells Rick Fox, no, this doesn't feel like the future. It feels like the present. And then they kiss, and he asks, because every time she says something to him, she's like, off the record. But they kiss, and he says, is this off the record? She said, no, it's on the record. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you getting into it. You listening to what I had to say last week. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, Zesty First Lady is trying to, link up with new First Lady Greenleaf, because I really can't remember her character's name. Kim Hawthorne's character, sister girl with the fade. She's like, yeah, we can go shopping, we can decorate, we can do this, that, and the other, and this. And new First Lady is like, I don't think so. I don't want, no. And she's like, okay, well, you can just, I can link up with you online and get a taste for your personal style. She's like, I'm going to do it by myself. And Zesty First Lady is like, okay, so that's your personal style. Well, I just needed to let you know that your daughter's been out here hoeing with, she didn't say that, but she's like, yeah, she dipped out in the middle of our service, and she was like Elvis. She left the building. And so I liked it because she picked up on Sister Girl. It was no way you couldn't pick up on new First Lady's attitude and behavior, and she's just rude in general, like to everybody. But she picked up on it in this conversation, and she flipped it, and she gave it right back to her, and that's the type of person I am. So I lived for it. We got baby girl Danielle into a new school, because Grace had asked new First Lady if she could get her into either Excellence or any other school around the area, just somewhere new, because the girls were bullying her, and that's why she took all those pills. So we got her into a new school. Lady May swoops by to visit Jacob at some construction site. I guess that's the grounds for Triumph 2. And she tells him, Basie Skanks is it Daryl James? His son, and he's using you. And Jacob's like, I'm 40 years old. I don't have nothing but these kids. He didn't say my wife and kids. He said, I don't have nothing to be proud of but my kids. And I was like, Shade, but okay. And if he's using me, that's just, that's just how it is. And I'm like, Jacob, you gotta get some self-esteem. And Lady May throws out, you and that stubborn sister of yours. And he's like, well, yeah, I'm glad you brought up Gigi, because I was beginning to think this conversation was going to go on without you mentioning her. And I'm like, yeah, why are you always throwing shade? Leave Gigi out of this. Like, free Gigi. New First Lady with the fade comes by and tells Gigi that Sophia helped cover for Zora skipping out at the youth service. So Gigi is trying to tell her, like anybody's mother would, you can't do that. Anything could have happened to your cousin while she was out there, and nobody would have known where she was. And Sophia got an attitude. I don't want to go to dinner. And Gigi said, you're gonna have to get up right now and go get ready for dinner. And I'm not playing with you. Like, she gave her very much get up, and I liked it because Sophia, she a little too free. Like, I talk slick to my mama, but I would be talking slick to my mama while I was getting up and doing what she told me to do. And I still got popped. Let me see. So, we all at dinner, and Mama Kevin, Grandma Kevin has made some booyah. And I'm country, but I don't know what booyah is. I'm not, I guess I could look it up and find out. But yeah, she's made this booyah, and everybody was like, oh, it just smells so delicious. This is so nice. They having just casual dinner conversation, and Bishop says, well, what's kept you away so long? And Grandma Kevin is like, if you know, you should tell me, because I don't know. It feels like my son is ashamed of me. Kevin, in a queenly way, gets up from the table, just, excuse me. And he walks off, and he goes to his room, and he's got this ipecac in his hand. I'm like, girl, you are so dramatic. All you had to do was say, Mom, I'm not ashamed of you. We're having, we're trying to get it in line. We're trying to get together with the baby, and yada, yada. He could have made up something on the spot, but much like a queen, he gets up and, excuse me. Like, girl, come on, get with us. But, Lady May agrees, after Mama Kevin gets up to follow Kevin to console her son. Lady May is like, you know what? It is strange that you've been acting this way to Charity. Charity gets up. Well, I'm sorry. It's just so strange. And she storms off. They can never get it together. Lady May cannot get it right with her daughters. She can't. She just can't. Much like Bishop can't get it right with Jacob, Lady May can't get it right with Charity or Grace. And I'm imagining when Faith was alive, she just couldn't vibe with Faith either. I'm like, come on, you gotta come to a consensus. Come to it's gone. I'm so tired. I'm so tired right now. Yeah, but they don't want the booyah. After Charity and Mama Kevin and Kevin get up and storm away, they're like, do we really, Bishop's like, do we have to eat this? No, I think somebody said, do we have to eat this? And Bishop is like, well, Marisol did make sandwiches. And Sophia gets up and carries her way to the kitchen with the sandwiches. Bishop follows right behind her. And Gigi is like, Sophia. Like, girl, you didn't want to eat that either. But, yeah, everybody, Lady Maid, they all go and get sandwiches. And I'm like, y'all are so ritzy and rich, and y'all would rather have sandwiches over, like, a soup. I don't know. It didn't vibe with my spirit. But yeah, Mama Granny Kevin is in Kevin, she comes into Kevin's room, and he puts away his ipecac real fast, and they have a little discussion. It's basically, I'm not ashamed of you. And she goes through, what could it be? And he's like, I lived in a hotel for this, that, and the other, for a couple weeks. I just moved back in. And she's like, well, did you cheat? No, I didn't cheat. Well, what did you do? Well, why can't you just leave it alone? I'm like, you started telling her, so go and finish telling her. Like, go ahead and just spill your tea. And she said, he says, why can't you leave it alone? And she looks into his eyes and figures out, and I guess she already knew her son was gay, or she, I don't know if she just knows her son so well that the look that he gave her let her know he was gay, or if this is something that she knew from back in the day. But she's like, oh, there it is. Does Charity know? And he's like, yeah, Charity knows. Yada, yada, yada. We skip ahead to Zora, and Jacob is banning her from talking to Isaiah. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see you with him. You can't look at him. I don't want to hear his music coming from your room, or else you'll be grounded for the rest of your life. Are we clear? And to that I say, that's not a good idea. That's going to push her closer to him, and she's going to be further caught up in whatever his mess is, because I already know it's going to be some mess, and she's going to be caught up in it. And then Grace has had it. She swoops over to Uncle Creepy Mac, Lady Nika. If you hadn't watched my other video, Uncle Creepy Mac is from Lady Nika, but swoops over to his little joint and busts up his car, like much like Jasmine Sullivan. So yeah, that's what happened this week on Greenleaf. Like, comment, and subscribe, and all the things the YouTubers say, and I will return.